Hi there, my name is Lo. Welcome to my channel where I discuss everything between Hermes and grocery bags. Today I wanted to introduce you to 3 bags that are new to my collection. Usually I don't really do this type of video, I just do individual unboxing and review videos where I will first unbox the bag and then after a couple of times of usage I will come back within the same video to review the bag. But I have already decided for these bags that I'm not going to do that type of video for them. So that's why I figured it might just be fun to show them to you. I've switched the dust bags around on purpose so you also don't see the branding on the dust bag. However, if you've been following me on Instagram, then from 2 of these bags you might already know which bags they are. The third one is definitely going to be new to everyone. So let's get started. I want to move from this end to that end, and I also want to start over here because if you know, you know, and if you know the color of this dust bag with the red drawstring, then you might already know which brand it is, and it is Aspinall of London. So the first bag I've recently added to my collection is the Mayfair mini bag in the color Blue Heritage. I have already dressed it up with this dark blue twilly or bag scarf. I'm becoming more of a bag scarf person nowadays. I don't really know what happened, but I'm starting to feel the vibe. In any case, not too long ago I got the midi version of the Mayfair bag from Aspinall, and I got that one in the color Fern. So that actually is this bag, and I kind of knew when I got this one that even though I love the color on this, really this blue was pulling my heartstrings. I'm kind of torn in a sense because I've really been liking this color. It's very easy to combine with my wardrobe, but the heart wants what the heart wants, and because my heart was set on getting this color, I did decide to get it eventually. However, I didn't want to have a duplicate of this bag, also because I've been finding this quite heavy, and when I learned that the mini actually doesn't have the middle divider that the midi has, so just to show you, you can see here that the midi has the middle divider and the mini does not. So that actually makes it for me that these are capacity wise in practice quite similar bags, so I would fit just about the same amount of stuff in the mini as in the midi. The mini, however, is lighter, so I've been finding it more comfortable to wear, but in essence I really do like both of these bags, so I'm glad to have both of them in my collection. Just like the mini comes with a chain strap with the leather of the bag woven through. Very nice detail. So I didn't feel like unboxing or reviewing this bag on its own. Unboxing would probably not be so interesting because I had a pretty good idea of what I was getting. The color on this bag is more dark than it appears on the website, but I had already found the same to be true for the Fern, so I was also not expecting exactly the same color, but it is still gorgeous nonetheless. What I will be filming is a comparison video between the mini and the midi size of the Mayfair, which will basically be a bit of a review of both of them, which will hopefully help people make a better choice if they are doubting between the two. Then next up is this bag. This is a bag from Ferragamo. So I did a video some time ago about brands that I'm interested in but I haven't bought from. Ferragamo was one on the list. It's been a brand that I've been eyeing for quite some time, although in that particular video I was mostly discussing the Studio Box bag and the Iconic bag, and I did decide to go with something else, which is perhaps a bit of an unconventional choice. I ended up buying the Box YZ or the Boxy Z bag, and to make it even more interesting, it is an exotic. So on the label it just says reptile, which I find pretty generic. It's about as generic as saying it's leather, which technically I think it also is because it does have this black on the sides and on the bottom and on the handle and on the strap, which I don't think is exotic. But you can see it has 2 types of skin. I think both of these are snake. I think this is Karoom, if I pronounce that correctly. It is a type of water snake. This, on the other hand, I'm not certain of, but I think it might be python. It has this beautiful Ferragamo opening at the front. It comes with this leather strap that is not very easy to detach, so that's why I just left it on for the video. But I do prefer to wear the bag with this strap. It also does come with a chain strap, quite a beautiful one, if I might say. This is like quite hefty, this is good quality. However, this is also quite short. I haven't actually measured it, but this is not something I can wear crossbody. The leather strap, however, that is adjustable, and that makes it so that I can wear the bag as a crossbody as well. I think I've been eyeing this particular bag, I think for months. I saw it on this Italian website. It was the last one that they had, and I just couldn't really get myself to pull the trigger on it because it is the mini version and it is quite small. And usually I wouldn't go for exotics because exotics are usually more expensive than normal leathers, so to say. And I don't enjoy them all that much to put down that amount of money for them. But I do think that on this particular bag, it's really cool the way that they tied in the two different exotics. And for the price that I eventually got it for, I think it was an absolute steal, so it was already on sale, but I decided to snatch it up when they were giving out an additional 30% discount on this bag. I think if we put it side to side to the Mayfair bags, actually I think it's just sort of in between the midi and the mini, but yeah, it seems to be closer to the mini when it comes to capacity. It also comes with this key that is in its own little holder. I think you can technically lock this bag up, but I am not going to bother with that. It has feet. I mean, it lives up to my expectation of what Ferragamo would offer. It's really beautiful. I really like it. Because I've never had exotics before, I'm going to be a bit careful with it, but I think it's a very cool addition to my collection. The only reason why I'm not doing an unboxing / review video of this specifically is because it has been discontinued. I do think I have done reviews of discontinued bags before, but back then I was not so much aware that they had been discontinued, or they were still very well available in my region on different websites. This style I don't really see all that often, and especially not in this variant. If you would like me to do a review about it, let me know. I'd be definitely happy to shoot one once I have a bit more experience with this bag. I did want to give it its moment to shine. Who knows, over time it might pop up in some other videos as well, but then at least it has made its entrance formally on YouTube into my collection. And then last up is this bag. It's brand new. I only got it yesterday, so the tags are still on. It is a bag from Coach, actually, which is a brand that I don't buy from very often. But this bag keeps on haunting me, and I decided, well, let me first show you what it is. I decided that I wanted to give it another go. This is the Coach Pillow Medicine bag in a larger size in the color Army Green. This color is really gorgeous. And unfortunately, this time around it also arrived in pristine condition, because if you've been with me a bit longer, then you might remember that some time ago I got this bag in the color Coral. So it was this pink shade with gold hardware, and it was a really gorgeous bag, but the thing was that it came horribly wrapped. It was obviously a return, and it already had a cut in the leather, and like not a little scratch that you can buff out. No, it was actually cut and you could see the white underneath. So that bag had to go back, and I told myself this is apparently so delicate that I'm not really sure if it's a good fit for my lifestyle, and even though I love it, I don't think I'm going to get it again unless it comes at a really good price. And yeah, that is what happened this week. Again, one of those situations where it was already on sale, got an additional 15% off. Really like the color on this too. I mean, it's totally different from the pink one that I had initially. But after all, I am really a neutrals girl. I have been digging the green recently. As you can see, this is a bit of a different color, so this is more towards gray and this is more towards yellow. This has the gunmetal hardware, which was also initially something that I didn't want. Unfortunately, most of these bags I've been finding do come with gunmetal hardware. The thing is though, and this is something that I realize on occasion, that people will ask me for wear and tear whenever I am doing unboxing and or reviewing videos. And frankly, that is pretty much always hard for me to judge because I have so many bags and I do also rotate them a lot. Like, I do want to enjoy my whole collection, but there are pretty much no bags that get a extreme amount of use, except perhaps for my Longchamp bags, because those are sort of my go-to bags in winter or when it's raining, but I also have 3 of those now, which I tend to rotate. So mostly I'm not using my bags enough to the point where I would say I've used them so much that I can now say this has good or bad wear. I do have some damage on some of my bags. That's by my own wrongdoing. I can be a bit of a klutz sometimes. Still, it's not abnormal behavior. And some bags are definitely more resistant to those types of things than others. But in any case, I am just rambling and rubbing my new bag because it does feel so good. The lambskin on this bag, and it's so soft that indeed I just want to lay my head on it and take a little nap. In any case, I figured I can get away with a type of bag that doesn't have the absolute best wear and tear over time, because I just have so many bags that I love and that I wear and that I rotate, that the odds of this getting so much wear that it's going to show will actually be hopefully quite small. But because I already had this bag and I already kind of did a review video on it, even though I didn't use it, but just to take you through the features of that bag, I don't feel like it makes a lot of sense to make another review video about the Coach Pillow Medicine, unless I would really start to feel different about the bag compared to what I've told you in that initial video about the Kroll version. But also in this case, if you would be interested in a review video when I've had this a bit longer, then let me know and I'll put it on my backlog of videos to shoot. It's funny that sometimes you think like you've sort of run out of topics or bags to talk about, and then the next week suddenly you have 10 videos that you can shoot and you're trying to figure out which one you should shoot and edit first. So yeah, that brings me to the conclusion of the video. These are the bags that I wanted to show you. I think they have some similarities, like these two are very similar in silhouette, but also to some extent they are quite different. Silver hardware, gold hardware, gunmetal hardware, different colors, different finishings, different styles in that sense. So overall, I'm very happy to have all of these in my collection. Are there any bags that you bought recently that you want to share about? Even if you don't have a YouTube channel, please let me know in the comments below. Also, if you have any questions, I'd all be happy to hear about that. Remember, for now, there's a styling, a situation, and a taste for everything, so don't judge, wear whatever bag you like. Until next time, or as we would say in Dutch, doei!